Shout out to G-Man Boxing.
Alright, people. Anthony Joshua, Oleksandr Usyk 2. What is the deal with this fight and with the promotion of it? You know, we are less than a month away, right? And honestly, it's probably got more coverage from, the YouTube boxing end of it, in terms of the people like me and Hatman and Chris Andre, people like that, talking about this, than we've seen actual posts and behind the scenes and things like that from it. We have only literally seen in the last few days a little note saying, from I think it was Matchroom, saying AJ Usyk 1 month away. That's it. All right. It was reported that Sky had won the rights to broadcast this fight in the UK. Correct me if I'm wrong on this, but I'm still not aware. Someone want to correct me, maybe it is DAZN, but I still haven't heard the international broadcasters of this fight. So who is going to be broadcasting internationally? I would imagine it's DAZN. But if someone wants to correct me and maybe state in their country it's this, it's that, or you've heard something for that, please let me know. The reason why I'm talking about this is that there's a tweet that's been doing the rounds a bit here on Twitter. Now, nothing confirmed in this, but I'm going to pop it on screen and I'm going to read it verbatim as well here. So, massive news from Saudi. Usyk Joshua 2 will not be shown in the UK. Sky not prepared to make a loss, and BT won't fund direct pay-per-view competition with DAZN. DAZN offer too low, so Saudi will take the hit on principle to give stronger negotiations in the future. It's also reported that the Al Qatani family really angry with her, and they thought they'd make 50 million profit with TV rights. Not much time for Sky to promote, so losing money by the day. Now, if this is true, this is a big deal. This is a big deal. Now, I seen Jamie, Punch Perfect Boxing, shout out to him, talk about this as well. I think he put it in more of a at the community tab post, and he suspects that it's Sky and Eddie Hearn coming to blows. Maybe they're not happy with Eddie Hearn, and I said it on my video, I think it was Friday I made the video, with Eddie Hearn deliberately trying to make this card, apart from the main event, as kind of nonchalant as you want to make it, because he knows it's Sky, not DAZN, who he's working with. And Hearn in recent interviews, obviously prior to the fight, I think it was just after actually we got the announcement of Sky, he was saying there's a lot of bitterness in boxing and a lot of things go on behind the scenes, and kind of stuff like that, kind of hinting that he wasn't happy with whoever, we would assume it would be Sky. So this is an interesting one. I'm taking that tweet with a grain of salt, right? I'm taking it with a grain of salt. However, do I think that the Saudis will be happy with the promotion of this fight? No, I definitely don't. I mean, we've seen very little. You could say the same about Dillian White, Tyson Fury, of course, but we knew what network that would be on. We knew that BT Sport would be, they'd be showing that, so they'd be plugging it as much as they could. Yeah, we didn't see much in a sense if we didn't see the two fighters together until fight week, but there was always kind of something. Even if it wasn't much, there was always something. With this, there's just nothing. There's just absolutely nothing. And it could be a case of maybe Eddie Hearn, and I'm just surmising here, maybe Eddie Hearn was thinking, okay, look, I'm working with Sky, I've got to do it, it's a once off, it is what it is, let's do it. And I'm just surmising here, but knowing Adam Smith, he could probably want to make it as kind of what as you like. And Eddie Hearn was probably like, nah, dark card, yeah, you're showing it, but we're getting a say. You don't get a say in this. You're showing it, you're making money from it, you just promote it in terms of getting it out there. We'll work on the card, we'll decide what we want to do. And maybe they're just clashing. And when I was at the events over in London, over at the Joyce Hammer event, when you're in these kind of media circles, you hear a lot of rumours going around. You do. And one of the rumours I heard, again, rumour, was that there was a little bit of animosity between Adam Smith and Ben Shalom. Not in a sense that they were nearing breaking point or anything like that, no. But the rumour is that Adam Smith has this idea for boxing on Sky, and Ben Shalom has this idea for boxing on Sky. And it's a case of, meeting in the middle. Kind of like that. It was, I think, the rumour was that a lot of people felt when Adam Smith took Ben Shalom on, he was like, he'll do whatever I say, and Ben Shalom was like, no, I ain't. I want to do it like this, you want to do it like this, let's meet in the middle. So there's a lot of things going on behind the scene for this fight, I reckon. And it's a strange one. It really is. I mean, you would say a fight of this magnitude doesn't need that much promotion. I mean, to an extent, I'd agree with that. But I mean, we're a month away from this fight, less than a month, and we don't even know what we're going to be watching it on. How many people will buy the pay-per-view before the date? I mean, you got to assume that not everyone is buying. Like, if you have a pay-per-view that does 1 million buys, you would imagine they're not all going to do it on fight night. It's going to be building up to it. People are going to be buying it when it's made available. It's not available for anyone to know now because we don't know where we're going to watch it. So like, I can't envision 1 million people. Just say for arguments, like hypothetically it does 1 million buys. Probably won't. Probably do a bit less than that. But let's just say hypothetically speaking, does 1 million buys. Are they all going to do that on the Saturday night when this fight is happening? No, they're going to do it progressively over the course of time. It's like pre-ordering a book or a game or something. When it's made available, people will buy it. Knowing, right, this is the date. Put it in your calendar, we're going to watch it then. We don't have that now. And internationally, I'm not sure we have it. Again, someone wants to correct me on that. If in your country we're getting AJ Usyk on the zone, or we're getting it on this, that's all well and good. Here in Ireland, the UK, we have it a breeze. Like, we're here in Sky, but there's no announcement. We don't know what's going on with this fight in terms of where we're going to see it. Do I think it will happen? Oh, of course I do. Of course I think it'll happen. I don't see any issue there in that regard, like in terms of fighters pulling out or anything like that. But networking, God knows. I mean, God knows at this stage. Again, that tweet, I would take that with a grain of salt. I would, but how do we not know there's, in the midst of that, do we not know that there's some truths that maybe Sky are thinking, what do we need to... Because, again, the longer they leave this before announcing, here it is, use press your red button and you go and buy it, the less numbers I think it'll do. I mean, I've always been someone where if I know I'm buying a pay-per-view, I knew I would be buying the Wilder Fury fight, the second fight, the first fight, and the third fight. Just use them as an example. As soon as it's made available, I bought it. There you go, boom, buy. As soon as I knew it was there, I was like, right, buy that. AJ Usyk, the first fight, buy that. Klitschko, yep, buy that. So it's like, you buy it ahead of time. But how can you buy it ahead of time now when you don't know what it's going to be on and there's not an announcement or anything like that being made? So it's an interesting one. Watch the space and we'll just see what announcements we get this week. I mean, the longer they leave it, the worse it's going to be. And from a promotional point of view, I mean, I'm someone who likes the behind the scenes. I like seeing the little documentaries they do. Hey, I'm just in the middle of finishing off writing a script for an AJ Usyk documentary myself. I mean, am I going to have one out before whoever the broadcaster, I was going to say Sky, but God knows, am I going to have one out before whoever broadcasts it does? Answers on a postcard. Seriously. I'll leave it there. I'll talk more about this in review of the week. I'll touch on it as well, because we're going to do later on this evening. Obviously, I'll go out in the morning. But yeah, it's an interesting one. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you think? And even if you think that, look, it's going to be shown in the UK, probably on Sky, that's all well and good. But you can't argue that they're cutting it close. We're getting virtually no promotion of this fight. Again, virtually nothing's happening. It's a weird feeling with this fight only, less than a month away? It's the 24th of July now. So we are officially less than a month away. It just feels weird. Nothing's really happening. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Smash the like button if you could. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. Less than 500 away from 9k and then onwards to 10k. That's the goal. I've said that loads of times, but I'll keep saying it. 10k, please. I want that as soon as I can. People, I'll talk to you. Peace.